track has been opened up for these teams to start this first round of qualifying. The clock is running. We should have a handful of groups here that'll go out to qualify. Calvin Carroll in the 25 car will be one of the first cars to take to the track again. A 5-minute group qualifying session. Teams will be able to go out and make as many laps as they want, but as soon as they come down pit lane, like the National Series, that'll be it. Their group qualifying effort will be done.
So Calvin Carroll crosses a line, and now he gets ready for his first lap. So he will be our first driver to sit on the pole. But we will have a lot of drivers who will have the pole. And the question is, who will have it at the end? Here comes Calvin Carroll. This will be the time to beat. So it's 19.558. And we are going to be seeing much faster times than that as this session continues.
Calvin's had a rough go of it the last 3 races on tour, unable to finish those events for a variety of reasons. He's hoping to turn that tide here tonight at Thompson Speedway, get things pointed back in the right direction for this 25 team. Comes across the line. Oh, meanwhile, we've got trouble. The 45, Timmy Catalano, has gone around up off turn number 4, and the caution flag being displayed from atop the flag stand will slow this group 90 seconds in. The Catalano is slow. They had problems in practice today in the drivetrain. They thought it was the clutch, possibly the transmission. They were trying to identify, Dave, what was wrong with that 45.
And I'm down here with Matt Swanson. Matt, can we get your thoughts before you get ready to qualify?
Yeah, just really excited to see what we got with this old blue number 3 here. You know, we've had a really good car all day. I think we have really good long race speed, but hopefully we can get the Saravallo Auto, Cape Cod Copper, US&E, big wheel truck sales, and all the partners behind this old blue number 3 up front tonight.
He's had a pretty good run the last few races in the old blue. A fan favorite, definitely, here at Thompson.
And it was 1 year ago at this race when Matt Swanson made his debut in old blue, and he finished number 2.
Look at the focus on Matt Swanson down there. You can see him in that blue uniform, just kind of walking back and forth, eyeing the competition down there. He's a guy who's got his game face on tonight because he knows that this is probably his best opportunity to win on the Whelen Modified Tour. He's got 2 shots at it here at Thompson now and then here in the World Series on October 13th. This racetrack is very, very good for him.
And I think the same scenario is true for Craig Lutz as Sammy Ramo comes out onto the track. You're talking about Calvin Carroll. His last 5 finishes have been 22nd, 25th, 27th, 36th, and 30th.
Here's Sammy Ramo, who won the Sunoco Rookie of the Race Award for the last race at Stafford, had a top 10 finish in that event, the 06 Massachusetts rookie on tour, Matt, but he's got a lot of experience here at this racetrack. Tonight he'll make his 4th Whelen Modified Tour start in that 06. And it's tough because you look throughout the field, there's guys that have been racing this track, and when you race it 4 times a year and you've been on tour for 10 or 15 years, it doesn't take long to get 40 or 50 starts here. And it's hard for rookies to come in and run well at a track like Thompson.
You can ask Timmy Catalano that. He said he cannot get a handle on Thompson because it's unlike anything that he has driven. Sammy Ramo has taken over the pole, 19.110.
So Ramo up on top. Meanwhile, we've got a couple of more cars making their way out here. Group qualifying, 1 minute left to go. Ramo in that 06 Massachusetts leading the way, stays on track as he makes his way up off turn number 4. 19.110, the time of record, and he is not quicker this time through. He falls off about a 10th of a second.
Michael Rakowski is 3rd, Ken Hagee is 4th, Kyle Elwood is 5th, but Sammy Ramo has the time to beat. We'll see if anyone can beat it in the final 40 seconds of this session.
A relative newcomer in the 88 for Michael Rakowski, the Buzz 2 Chevrolet on the side of that machine, making just his 3rd career Whelen Modified Tour start, and he already moves into the top 3 with a 19.465.
Timmy Catalano has climbed up to 4th. 19.474 was his best lap. It is still Sammy Ramo, but he hasn't gotten any quicker. 19.110, the time to beat.
Blake Barney is on track, 2nd-year driver, sophomore year from the 14 New Jersey. That famed Barney Modified, driven by Reggie Ruggiero at the tail end of his career.
And he moves up to 3rd in a hurry. So Blake Barney has a definite chance to perhaps sit on the pole.
Barney darts down into Track is still green. He'll take another stab at it as he powers down the back straightaway. Clear racetrack ahead for Blake Barney. Making his way through lane 4. For a young man, he's got a very good head on his shoulder, and a very mature young man is Blake Barney in that 14 car. And he gets a little bit quicker. He moves up to second.
Yeah, 19.172 was his fast lap. Blake Barney finished second this year at Wall Stadium. Now he is able to whistle off a turn number 4. Let's see if this could be his magic lap. No, it was 19.309. So Semi Ramo's time is going to be the lead time, the target time after our first of 3 sessions.
There's a bit of a balance because this is an impound race. Here you'll take tires at Thompson. You've got 4 change tires you can take, but the more laps you put on here in qualifying, the more abuse you put on those Hoosier tires before you get ready for the Bud 150 later on tonight. So Barney certainly trying to get that lap speed up, qualified toward the front of the field. He is second here in group number 1. Green flag is out. Group 2 is underway, and Andrew Kraus in the 24 car is going to be the first car out onto the racetrack. Kraus and his family that operate the Wall Stadium down in New Jersey. They've brought that facility back to life here, and certainly a lot of change happening down there at Wall Stadium here in the next year or so. But the Kraus family has been credited at bringing that speedway back, and Andrew Kraus is on track now, having a good year in 2019.
Yeah, he has, this is his 6th race, and his best finish coming into tonight's has been a 10th at Seacon. As he gets ready to rock it out of turn number 4, and he will put him on the pole. 19.047. Andrew Kraus is a new face in first place.
By a pretty wide margin also for Andrew Kraus. He's become a pretty good qualifier. Hasn't won that pole yet, but he's been pretty consistent to be inside the top 10, and you can see how aggressive he is. Really getting up on the wheel here in this qualifying run in that 24 car, trying to get everything he can out of this qualifying run.
Eric Goodale is in this session. Andrew Moeller is in this session. Moeller is 4th at the current time. And Andrew Kraus is leading with a 19.008. He keeps getting better.
This is a racetrack that Eric Goodale in the 58 has really come to know and enjoy. He's been very consistent here this season, more so than he's been in past years. He's been knocking on the door for a victory here at Thompson. He's finished 6th and 3rd in the last 2 races that he's run here. That 58 car looks pretty sporty out there on track. Right now headed down into turn number 1 on a flyer lap.
He is 7th in the field so far. Kraus, Ramo, Barney, the top 3. Andrew Moeller is in the 4th spot. And Kraus is on the safety road, content with what he did.
Boy, Goodale gave a bunch back off turn number 4 that time. That car very, very loose on corner exit. Really having to work that steering wheel back and forth, scrubbing speed every time he does. They've got this car set up for a race setup. You can tell by the way it's running. This racetrack will tend to tighten up at night, and they've got it set up pretty loose here in the early evening before they get ready for the green flag.
And he stays in 5th. Now coming out is the 82 of Woody Pitkat, who is a pretty decent time trialer. It is the 47 of Muchacharo. He climbs to the top 12. Now Rob Summers, who is an excellent time trialer, gets ready to move into the arena, so we could have some action here.
Muchacharo in that 47 was a late entry into the Bud 150 here tonight. He's just recently opened up a speed shop back in Plainfield, Connecticut, so he can dedicate full-time energy into modified race cars and offering parts and selling equipment for competitors in a hotbed of short track racing in the Plainfield, Connecticut area. So Muchacharo is on track, trying to make a name for himself in modified competition. Right now, he is 7th, the rookie driver.
Woody Pitkat was 12th after that last lap. Here is Tommy Catalano. He has a pole this year, early in the season, as he stampedes across the line. Put him on the pole. 18.924, a new leader.
Only 2 cars have broken the 19-second barrier. Tommy Catalano and Andrew Kraus. The 54 of Catalano stays in it through turns 3 and 4. Can he do better? The Catalano Motorsports team, a family operation, comes across the line. He falls back just a little bit here on this next lap. Still a very quick 924 lap record so far for Tommy Catalano.
Chris Pastriak, 8th after his first lap. Into Michael B. Williams, Builders, number 75. And Woody Pitkat, he is in 3rd. So he put a pretty good lap on the board, and now he is going to take it easy, heading off the track. But your top 3, Tommy Catalano, Andrew Krause, Woody Pitkat, followed by Sammy Ramo. And Kyle Bonsignor, he is in 5th.
Surprise winner in the fall final just a year ago was Kyle Bonsignor. Came out of nowhere, the cousin of Justin Bonsignor in the 22. He retires. Meanwhile, Robbie Summers here on the back straightaway. And that 64 car has been known to put in a good qualifying run or two in his career. He's 10th at the moment, trying to get a little bit more as they come across the line, nearing the end of this second qualifying group.
And he stays in 10th after that lap, so he did not move up.
Red and black flag have been displayed. That concludes group number 2 of qualifying. Group 3 getting set to roll out next, and this should offer some very interesting competitors here getting ready to go. But it's Tommy Catalano through 2 groups of qualifying in the 54 car, showing the way with an 18.924. That's the target everybody here in Group 3 is shooting for.
So we will see if Tommy Catalano's time of 18.924 will hold up, and the odds are against it, as Jimmy Blewett is the first one to come out. Jimmy Blewett has been in a slump recently. He did finish 7th at Stafford, but before that, his previous 4 finishes were 19th, 30th, 11th, and 22nd. So Jimmy Blewett started the year with a pair of top 3 finishes, but then has struggled ever since. Here comes Matt Swanson. And this is his track as the green flag is out on him.
Jimmy Blewett, a new race car over the past couple of races for this team. They debuted it at Loudon, the LFR chassis, and he puts it 3rd on the scoring pylon, 19.004 for Jimmy Blewett.
And he is just getting warmed up. Let's see what he does this time around as he whiplashes his way off the corner. Put him on the pole, 18.921.
Couldn't see a lot of things out of Jimmy Blewett here tonight. He's had good runs here. He's never won a wheel and modified tour race here at Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. That 21 car owned by J.R. Bertuccio. Again, it was at this race in June that this team realized they needed a new race car. They debuted at Loudon, and since they did, they've had some success with it. Another guy that's had some success is his 36 car. Not Dave Zapienza. He is the owner, out with an injury. Bobby Santos back behind the wheel of this car again.
And Bobby Santos getting ready to storm across the line. Here he comes out of turn number 4. And put him on the pole. 18.851. That's kind of early in Bobby Santos' run, but he was able to put that car number 1. Still to come, Doug Colby, Justin Bonsignor. They are waiting in the on-deck circle, ready to make a late appearance.
They'll have plenty of time to come out and make their run, with the 2 big guns sitting there right next to each other on pit road, playing a game of chicken. But here's the guy who's a 4-time Thompson Speedway winner. He's won the last 2 races in a row on tour. He's got all the momentum on his side. The independent team, 85, Kevin Stewart owns it. It's Ronnie Silk. Silk in the hunt again. Across the line he goes, 4th with an 18.951 for the J&R Precast 85 of Ronnie Silk.
And Bonsignor is still on the safety road. Matt Swanson is finished up. Patrick Emmerling moves into 2nd, 18.917. So Emmerling breathing down the fire suit of Bobby Santos.
Craig Lutz on track in that 46. He's got a handful in that race car. That car dancing all over the place up off turn number 4. Sideways through turns 1 and 2. So Lutz, if he can lay down a good lap, it's going to be amazing here with how crossed up he was coming through turn 1 and 2.
New pole sitter, Patrick Emmerling, 18.807. And that's going to be Salamito. Here comes Kobe. He is out, and now the group qualifying has officially started with Doug Colby and Justin Bonsignor making their way out.
Kobe's normally the last car to take a lap, but this time it'll be Bonsignor who's the last car on track. Out front, Patrick Emerling has taken over the top spot, 18.807. The 70 York on track. That's John McKennedy. McKennedy is back in 10th, but all eyes on the 70 York, the 2 of Kobe, and the 51 of Bonsignor to see who can win the pole here tonight.
As Kobe, that was just a reversal lap for him. I think he's going to be getting serious now. Craig Lutz is 7th. The top 4, Emerling, Santos, Blewett, and Catalano. And what about Doug?
It's a game of cat and mouse. He and Justin Bonsignor are both on track. Kobe to the top, 18.719. But here comes Bonsignor across the line.
And Bonsignor is 4th, 18.862. So Kobe has done what he wanted to. 18.719. It's up to Bonsignor to catch him. And here comes Bonsignor in a hurry out of 4.
Off the turn, can Bonsignor pick him enough to challenge Doug Kobe? At that time through, no. 18.873. The 2 laps the second time through for Kobe and Bonsignor mirrored each other. Kobe said, I've had enough. Red and black is out. Last opportunity for Justin Bonsignor. Can he steal the pole away from Doug Kobe?
He stays in 4th. 18.872.
So Doug Kobe, for the 7th time this season, has won the Mayhew Tools Dominator Pole Award. They are racking those things up left and right every single racetrack. Kobe, again, quickest. He'll lead the field around to the green flag for the 30th running of the Bud 150.
And I thought Phil Moran was there to shake his hand, but instead he just had to push that car back up against the sidewall. Doug Kobe, another brilliant run. His strategy, wait until the end. Justin Bonsignor could only get into 4th. So this is the order that the 31 cars will be starting. And Joe, it'll be Doug Kobe on the pole, and Patrick Emerling will be next door to him in the first row. And the second row is also 2 sticks of dynamite. Bobby Santos in 3rd and Justin Bonsignor in 4th.
Jimmy Blewett will start 5th, Tommy Catalano 6th, 7th for Ronnie Silk, 8th for Andrew Krause, 9th will be Craig Lutz, 10th for Matt Swanson, 11th Woody Pitcat, 12th for John McKennedy, 13th for Sammy Ramu, and 14th will be Timmy Salamito, 15th is Kyle Bonsignor.
And after that, Rob Summers is 16th, Eric Goodale is 17th, Joey Muchacharo 18th, Andrew Moeller 19th, J.B. Fortin 20th, 21st is Kevin Carroll. Then it was Blake Barney 22nd, Timmy Catalano 23rd, Sammy Ramo 24th, and Mike Rakowski 25th. And that's about as far as we can go. Mike Rakowski in 25th, but there's no mystery as to our pole sitter, and it is Doug Kobe, who is out of the car, and now he will be a spectator for the light modifieds, which will be coming up next. And then, after that, we will have the King of Beers 150.
Let's see if we can hear from some of the drivers here. Dave Baraball is standing by with our pole winner, Doug Kobe.
I do have the man who will lead us to green in tonight's Bud 150. Doug, how important was it for you to grab that top spot?
Yeah, it's always important here. It's nice to get out front, hopefully, and set a good pace. And we just have a great car. We've had a great car for the last 3 or 4 races in a row here. It seems like we're fast in practice and then qualifying. So hopefully we make the right adjustments tonight. Nice 3-tire stop tonight. Make me happy. And hopefully we can seal the deal tonight and knock off this 51. They've been really strong here.
And, guys, there you have Doug Kobe. He looks pretty confident, and he'll go from the pole tonight.